also the image of the SME. And out of the measure, this is a measure developed, designed by SME, by the operator who have represent the enterprise to join this workshop. So this is a measure that come out with their own innovative, creative measure. This is, you can see from the measure, from the saving or whatever, you can see that the blue one is out of PRIMA approach. It's good housekeeping. That one, see? Yeah. If you see here, that's from the good housekeeping, from that 250 million Thai baht from that project, this is out from the good housekeeping, from the PRIMA approach. Yeah. If you look about higher technology, they account for 1/3 of the measure developed and implemented by the SME. And the other one is also another type. You can see that the contribution of the type of measure which bring the SME to triple win is also mostly come from the PRIMA approach and good housekeeping measure. Yeah. Together is about 70 to 80% of the whole project, which is contributed from the PRIMA approach and good housekeeping from this one. And this is, I will show you, this is the real case. It's sales report. It's not my report. In this project, I just have the role as a facilitator. We facilitate the learning process of the SME, the group of SME, and this is their sales report on the success themselves. This one, I may just, we start from realizing non-product output, realizing non-product output, and we analyze them. They analyze what kind of cost, because they use this abrasive disc to polish, to brush the cutting, the edge. They use every day. They need this to produce the product. And because of they have the consumption of a lot of these abrasive discs, so they find out that because of the lack of control, the lack of organization measure to control the use of these abrasive discs. Yeah. So they come up with the solution or the measure. It just implement the administrative or the procedure to control the exchange with the new abrasive disc. And out of this, the result is they get saving 1.5 million baht, but pay back immediately. Pay back immediately. And for the solid waste, they reduce solid waste of this used abrasive disc, and the number of, they can reduce the number of consumption, right? In terms of organization, in terms of social, yeah, they build capacity. They have the capacity of learning. They have capacity to solve the problem that they track by themselves. This is one of the case, yeah. Sales report by the SME. This case is in automotive and auto part industry. This come out from the group of auto part industry. And this one is from the agro processing olive oil. The product was the olive oil, but there are overflow of the olive oil. This is, for us, it means NPO. The overflow of olive oil from the container is NPO. Once they realize it's NPO, they find out why that NPO happened. Because they draw the money, they drain the money out. Yeah. Once they realize, oh, I lost the money every day and leak to the ground. So now they think about why it happened. And then the measure they come up by themselves is what? It's just to install the control to the level of the olive oil in the container. Just you use to block, they install the floater to block up to a certain level, it will stop the flow. And this they can get the money back. See? on this one. So you get the benefit out of this simple measure that you come up. And this another case from the automotive industry as well. They start first, what is the problem? What is the NPO? They notice the NPO, they have the scrap out of this 800 kilogram a year of what? Titanium materials. This is NPO. And why does that happen? Because they analyze because of the lack of the control again of planning, cutting planning. So people just take the material and cut without any plan because they do business as usual, because they are so expert, could be, maybe very skilled. So they skip some, even no planning before cutting. And this they produce a lot of NPO of titanium. And by this, they come up with the measure of just install the procedure. Before you cut, before you do, you need to have the cutting plan. How much you need, how you have to make a layout for that cutting, and then you can cut. So by this, they can come up with 1.3 million baht saving of titanium and pay back 1/4. I think this is not immediately because they need to train people the new procedure. They didn't have the new procedure to work in the production. Yeah. Another one, this also cutting of the material for the auto part, the parts of steel parts. Same business as usual. They cut, they so skill, but they cut, sometimes they cut longer, sometimes they cut shorter. The measure they use is just only install the gauge. Install the gauge to block, to cut exactly. Every time you have to cut exactly. After installation of the new measure, again they can save 500,000. But this is just only one product line. But imagine in the enterprise how many product line they have, which happen to the same procedure, same step for years. Again, it's immediately this one for this case. But as a whole, for all the case here, every SME, what they get is the learning capacity, which is by implementing it, by learning this kind of approach, change the mindset, change the way of working, so together, think together, responsible together in the team. So they come up with a higher capacity for problem solving. And if they run the cycle of change of Prima, small step, but many steps continuously. This is the triple win they're gonna get from what they get. This is from the last 3 years that we have for automotive and auto part industry. This also same, but this is because of the energy. They leave the what they call the cluster. This could be the runner, plastic part. There's also runner. Before they gonna use that runner or the process for handle of this process, they have the granulator or the crusher to break down the piece of the runner. Yeah, but they leave the runner run even without feeding of the part to break down. That means you just waste the energy. Yeah, the measure is just to make a control measure. Once without load, you have to switch off this crusher. Yeah, and again in all, 500,000. Yeah, and take just only a week for what? For communicating the new procedure of work, how to do. That is why it takes for payback, yeah, for implementing of the new measure. And last one is the company who produce lubricant, any time they have to change the bed. When they finish the packing, they change the bed. They have to wash out. They have to wash out the grease, and then you lose the product which is stuck in the container of the mixing container. But the right is because of they don't have enough pressure to drive out this grease or this product out. So the measure come up with, okay, now before you shut down the system after packing, after finish, you need to keep high pressure in the container to push, to dry the finished goods in the mixing container out, then you get more product. Less waste, less water you have to wash out, or less chemical you have to wash out from the container. Yeah. So by this, again, 2.2 million baht immediately payback, but only one product. But this one product, they have the same production line, you know. If they have 7 products, it's the same procedure. If they can improve this by, let's say, 1% of this product line, but if a year they have 20 product line, you can multiply by 20 because one measure apply the same thing. This company, they achieve quite much. Only one example of their measure. So this is from the hand-on experience that initiate, innovate, create by the enterprise themselves in-house, by themselves, not from the trainer, not from the consultant. So they don't need external consultant. Only the first when they have participate the first workshop, and after all, they have to live long and sustain by themselves for their own competitiveness and also what eco-friendly for up to the enterprise. So this is what I would like to share you from the real experience from the last 3 years in automotive and auto part industry. Thank you very much.
Thank you for those examples and the way that you have tried to reduce the waste in the company, and also in that sense tried to reduce the footprint. You'd be glad to know that there's a lot which is being done here in CII. I hope that if you have the time, you can meet Dr. Sarta Nagpal, who sort of is running this cluster program over the last 20 years. And what we call this is Kaizans, and she has even compiled a very large book of Kaizans, which possibly you can take it back with you. Thank you. Now we have Sandeep, who is from a highly innovative company, and I hope that you will hear from him all the great work that this company is doing, not only to look at the issues of waste management, but also to re-establish the biodiversity within their ecosystem. I believe that the huge amount of work which has been done and positive outflow of water itself, which I believe, and also engaging the supply chain. So please, Sandeep.
So thank you, Mr. Chairman. Also, very good afternoon to all of you. Shall I wish also the very happy Earth Day today, as Chairman mentioned and reminded us. I have this presentation. I would like to take through some of the experiences and measures we have taken in the last few years in our facilities, and let us see, how we have tried to address this problem. So there is